Okay, welcome back to Destination Scratch, and today I said I was going to go in the simulator, but I'm not, so this is another one of me talking in front of the camera, unfortunately. But what I want to do is set out my goals for Destination Scratch. What I'm looking at for Destination Scratch Series 1 is between now and sort of September next year, I want to set goals, and I want to achieve those goals before September next year. The purpose of today's video is just to set out those goals and give me something to work towards. So the first one is to be better off the tee. We've discussed this in part 1 or episode 1 that I need to be better off the tee. Now, I played golf on Saturday at Whittaker and I played really well actually, but the one thing I did do not great was get off the tee. Now, I got off the tee really good with my driver because I reined it back in a bit, tried to hit fairways, but when I tried to hit, say, the 2-iron off the tee, just wasn't there for me. So the one thing I need to do is be better off the tee. Now, we looked at my stats and my sort of average fairway in regulation was about 25 to 29%, which is not good enough. I need to up that to 40. Now, I'm not going to use Arcos for the year. I'm going to use it towards the end of this program. And the reason for that is I don't like the sensors on the top. They just add too much length and the weight just throws me off a little bit. So I'm going to do it towards the end. So I'm going to spend time. So in order to achieve to be better off the tee, I'm going to do a lot of sim work in the simulator with driver, 3-wood, 2-iron and my hybrid, and try and work out what the go-to shot is. You know, if I'm under pressure, the driver's not performing very well, I need to hit a fairway going down the stretch or something like that. What is my go-to club? What gives me the most confidence to hit fairways? And in order to do that, I need to spend time in the sim. So we will be doing episodes of me just getting off the tee, using driver, 3-wood, etc. in the sim and trying to get better at hitting fairways. And then I'm going to take that out onto the course and just do a vlog of tee shots. How many fairways can I hit in that vlog? The second thing I need to do better, and if you've watched the France vlogs, especially the first two, I had a little nickname and that was Head of Long Putts. And that to me says my proximity to the pin on approach shots is really poor. Now, I get a lot of comments on Dan's channel that I need to club up, I need to take one club more, I'm always short. Now, I do read those comments, but I politely ignore them. And the reason for that is I'm short for a reason. And it's not because I need to club up, it's because I need to hit the ball better. It's all down to strike. I don't need to club up and I don't want to play for those bad shots. And I've said it millions of times. If I club up and I strike one, I'm over the back. And probably 8 greens out of 10 on any course, long is bad. Whereas unless there's water or bunker or something like that, short is better to be able to get up and down from it. Because normally there's a fairway leading up to the green, whereas if you're left or right or long, you're in the rough. So in my mind and in my opinion, being short is better, but I'm not playing for the short shot, I'm playing the distance. It's just I need to improve strike. So I need to spend time in the simulator with my irons, with a green out at a certain distance, and practice that strike and get my proximity to the pin a lot better, instead of having to get up and down or, you know, fatting shots and just leaving myself in really bad positions. But saying that, I'm not going to hit every green. I think I hit 10 from 18 greens on Saturday and still came in with 36 points off 9. So I can get up and down, but I need to be up and down better. If I'm within 40 or 50 yards, I need to be up and down in like nearly every time, not thinking this is a 3 and maybe I'll get a par. I want to be up and down in every time, so I need to improve my short game. So that's something that I need to be doing. I think my chipping around the green has got a lot better, and I back myself from 50 yards in a lot of the time, but it's 100 to 120 yards is a big area for me where I'm so inconsistent. I've got my 50 degree, which is about 100 to 110, and I've got my pitching wedge, which is about 125 to 130. And that 120 yard shot is either a big 50 or a short as a soft pitching wedge, and I struggle so much to get that distance right. I either waft at it or I try and hit it too hard or I don't get the strike. So 100 to 120 yards is going to be a vlog on its own, getting better in that distance. And then obviously I'll work on short game as well, in and around the green, little chip shots, working on things to get up and down better. Now, next year, it's difficult this year because of what's going on with the coronavirus, but next year I want to play competitive golf. And by competitive golf, I don't mean playing in my monthly medal or playing in the Stableford or playing in competition up at the course. I want to play in competitive golf. So I am aiming to play on the Stay Shore Amateur Tour and or the Single Figure Golfer Tour, which works in conjunction with the Jamaica Tour. Now, the problem with that is a lot of the courses, being down here in the southwest, we are on the arse end of nowhere, and no courses are ever picked down here to play. So it involves a lot of travelling, which will involve a lot of accommodation, and then there's the entry fees are quite expensive as well. So that is going to rely a lot on whether I can pick up a sponsor for next year. Now, that's going to be difficult in my current position because I don't have the following on Instagram or Twitter. I'm at like 1,500. And I don't have the following on YouTube. I'm at sort of 3,177, I think, by the time when this is being filmed. So it's going to be difficult to pick up sponsors specifically for me on this channel to then take to going to playing in those competitive competitions. But that's what I'm aiming to do. I'd love to go and play them, even if I just play one or two, if I can't pick up the sponsorships, to get that experience. But I think the only way I'm going to get better at golf and get to single figures is not to be dicking around on my local golf course. It's to be putting myself under pressure, playing against other good amateurs and trying to win competitions. And the good thing about those is they are handicap qualifiers as well, so I can reduce my handicap with good rounds on there. And I think that in turn will make me a better golfer as opposed to just playing with my mates at my local golf course where there's no consequence for a bad round except a 0.1 back. Whereas if you've paid money to enter a competition, like £100, £200 to enter a competition, there's consequence in that you're going to just throw money away. Do you know what I mean? So I want to put myself in those competitive situations. And the final one is I've got to give myself a realistic target. Obviously, it's called Destination Scratch, and that's the ultimate goal, but that's not going to happen in a year. So I'm at 9.2 now. And in 12 months, I think with enough practice, with coaching from Dan, and I do want to get back into doing more coaching with Dan because we've been so busy with vlogs and the YouTube and editing that I've kind of missed a lot of coaching over the last sort of 6 months. I've had 1 or 2 lessons. I get coaching while we play, little hints and tips, but I want actual coaching on specific areas of my game. So I think with all that taken into account, my realistic target for this time next year is I want to be playing off 6 handicap. So whether that's 6.4 or 5.6, somewhere in there, that's my target, and that's what I want to be playing off next year. Do I think I can do it? Well, I absolutely do think I can do it. I think in the last year, I've gone from 18 to 9. Granted, that's an easier drop than 9 to 6. But I think if I put in enough practice and give myself enough time and dedicate time to it, then I think I can do it. It's just going to be down to me. Now, playing YouTube golf helps because you're pin seeking all the time. It's always playing for that hero shot. So being able to play conservatively will be easier, if that makes any sense, and not taking on driver and playing, because it's like for YouTube and in course vlogs, it's like cut corners, go over trees, play the hero shot so it looks good on video. Whereas competitive golf is put a score together, and it's a completely different game. And until you do it, it's difficult to understand. And it's kind of comical when people say, like, how is he playing off 9? He should be off 29. It's take on the hero shot. Now, you wouldn't do that every time you play golf. I don't do it every time I play golf, but I do it on YouTube because it's entertainment. The fact is we need to be entertaining. If you can play the hero shot and pull it off, it's entertaining on camera. Whereas if you just pat your way around a golf course, it's like, it's just boring to watch. So but it helps in playing those hero shots because you kind of know your limits. And I think the final goal is to give myself more practice. And I'm not talking about course vlogs and stuff. It's actual dedicated practice time. I very rarely practice. In fact, I don't practice at all. I may spend half an hour in the simulator before I go and play around the golf, or warm up before I do a review or a vlog or something like that. I very rarely dedicate time to practice. If I go up the range, I am one of those people. even though I've said it on camera to how to practice properly, I'll just whack balls down the range and try and just whack balls down the range with no real thought about what I want to do. So I need to put all that together and dedicate the time to practice in. You are not going to get down to Cat 1 stroke scratch by dicking around at the range and just playing once a week. You need to put the time and effort in. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. Like I said, I apologise as this is just a talk in front of the camera vlog again, like the third one in a row. But I just want to set out the goals. So people who are going to follow, and there are people in the comments who are saying they're following going to follow this journey, know what my targets are. So, you know, I've set out the stall at the beginning of what destination scratch is, and what I need to work on. Then I've shown you what's in the bag, so what I'm going to be using for it, and I've set my goals for the year. The next stage is to put those targets and those practices into place and look for March next year to be playing competitive golf on these amateur tours, sponsorship dependent, or, you know, if I win the lottery dependent type thing. The channel will help pay for that, obviously, because it does have ads on it, so it does earn, but it doesn't earn anywhere near enough to be paying for that kind of like commitment. You know, I've done a video on what do small YouTubers earn. It's next to nothing, but it may pay for one entry a month or something like that, or one entry every couple of months. But at the end of the day, this is my job as well, so I do need to live and feed the new baby that I've got and the family. So, you know, if you can subscribe and you can follow me and watch these videos, it only helps me. Giving a like, dropping a comment, it helps boost these videos up in order to get more people watching, in order to get more ad revenue. So if I don't pick up a sponsorship, I can still go forward with what I want to do next year. I'm going to leave it there because I've waffled on enough. I want to thank you all who have joined and who are new subscribers, and people who have come over from Dan's channel to follow me on my personal journey, and all the previous subscribers. We did hit 3,000 subscribers last week, which is massive. I would never have thought we'd get there, but it's you know, the channel, it's taking off a little bit. It's not taking off, but it's growing nicely. I appreciate that's a lot of working with Dan and people coming across from there. So again, thank you to those people. But if you are new, you are watching this and you haven't subscribed, please drop subscribe button and press. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. There's nothing to pay by subscribing. It just helps my ego, basically, by having more subscribers. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you again later in the week where we're going to actually go in the sim this time and do some practicing. But for now, I'll see you later on.